With great power comes great responsibility. Most of us have heard that expression. I think it was made popular in Spider-Man. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. I've been thinking about how with great challenge comes great opportunity lately, and I spoke about this recently in another video, and I kind of been wanting to expand on this idea. I was listening to some stuff on NPR recently, some reflections about the Exxon Valdez oil spill back in, I think it was '89, and I was reflecting on how much the Gulf oil spill, as it was called, impacted me. Ironically, when I found out that even though we call it the Gulf oil spill, that it was one of many, many terrible spills, significant spills that's killed much wildlife. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to downplay the significance of that spill. We are still dealing with the after effects of it, and it's still one of the more significant atrocities of my lifetime, I feel like. Still, in the whole context of geology, geologic time, humanity, it falls into a whole spectrum of atrocities. And back to my original point, any of those, what I want to, my ego wants to judge as an atrocity, is also an opportunity for change, for growth, for realization, for lots of things that I can't even fathom yet, I'm sure. And so I've just been reflecting on that in life, both in my own personal realm, where I've had some significant financial woes, which are opportunities for me to make big changes in my life. And I am excited about those opportunities. Really, it's easy to kind of shift back to the old paradigm story and tell the story of limitations and woe is me and poor me and I'm victimized. But I really more and more refuse to do that, even though it has led to me feeling kind of isolated from most of my former friends and affiliates, and even some of my family members. I've always kind of felt that way, so it's not that big a deal to me, really, when I total it all up at the end of the day. And even if it is, or when it is, a big deal, it's still necessary for me to be true to me, just like I think it's necessary for you to be true to you. Anyway, for me, a big part of that is recognizing that those big struggles, those big, what feels like challenges, are the places where there are big opportunities. And in fact, the bigger it feels, the more opportunity there is. And back to the whole oil spill thing and big, global atrocities against nature, I do think that is the fuel, so to speak, that I'm tapping into to create great change in myself and inspire others to follow their own instincts to evolve into great positive changes in themselves, in yourself, and then for us collectively to build great new systems and structures into our society that is a response to our need to be more connected to nature, more connected to each other, more connected to our own nature. I think there's this weird sense still that we're disconnected from nature and that we need to get back in touch with it. And we are nature. And that's, I guess, frustrating to me sometimes, because like the NPR thing I was listening to was related to some Native American talks, and it was put in the context of that it was Native elders who are caring about this and that it was their fight and their message. And that just seems so ridiculous to me as an earthling, that I have some called native blood in me, and so maybe it's that. I don't think so. I think it's just a matter of being not even just a human being, but an earthling, a being on this planet, to know that we're all connected and that we all stand to gain and lose together when we disregard the value of our own life, our own worth, and that leads to what I was calling an atrocity, where we disregard large factions of beautiful life for greed, for short gains, and that we do that on big scales, like in the ocean and the Gulf, and we do that in, I want to use air quotes, smaller scales in our own bodies, and that scale, that sense of scale, I think is an illusion. And I think how we do one thing is how we do everything, and how we treat the Gulf is how we're treating our body, and how we treat our body is how we're treating the Gulf. And when we start to embrace the opportunities that lie in what we like to judge as atrocities and challenges, and start to see that every step along the way, there's always beautiful opportunity. There's always beauty to appreciate. There's always more things to step into and grow into and do. There's always room to rest when we need to rest. There's room to cry when we need to cry. There's room to love when there's always room to love. I think there's more room to love than we're taking advantage of. That's a side tangent that maybe I'll speak about more later in the near future. Anyway, enough of all that rambling. It is all to say that I'm really excited about the great opportunities that are presenting themselves right now through what is perceived often as struggles and challenges. And I think that's ongoing. I think there's no end to it, really. And I'm excited about the parts of it that are unfolding and being obvious to me. And I'm grateful for the co-creators and collaborators that I am running into and able to recognize more and more as I feel like I'm being recognized more and more. So, hey, hi, good to see you. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hey, hi in the comments. Let me know that you're with me. Are you on Team Positivity with me? Are you doing great things? Are you ready to do great things? Because I sure am. But first, I'm going to go have lunch with my son, which is also a very great thing. And I wish you love, laughter, lightheartedness, peaceful conflict resolution, vivid visions. Don't forget to play every day, and please drive forward.